When I Survey the Wondrous Cross is the best loved hymn in the world in Holy Week each year. If you're American, you sing it to this tune. If you're British, you sing it to this tune. If you're Celtic and you're from Ireland and Scotland, you sing. So Kristen and I decided the tune that we would use for this recording is that one. It's in the hymnal under a different number. One of the great things about having a hymnal like the Sing Hymnal is you've got a tune index, and if the rhythms are the same, you can switch melodies over. And so the first two tunes are under When I Survey, and that one, known as The Water is Wide, is elsewhere. But we feel it just gives a fresh sort of pathos to thinking about this hymn. Charles Wesley was, most would say, was the greatest hymn writer in the English language. And yet he said about this hymn, which is written by Isaac Watts, he said he would have given all of his hymns to have written this one hymn. Every great hymn that actually started a new movement that was genre defining was the first. A Mighty Fortress by Martin Luther. The Genevan Psalter as the first Psalter, How Great Thou Art as the 20th century hymn. Even the 21st century hymns, In Christ Alone or Is He Worthy by Andrew Peterson, have a completely fresh approach of doing something that has never been done before. When I Survey was the first famous hymn that was really a non-psalm. Watts broke the mold of the Psalms by initially doing psalms with a sort of a Christology to them, like Joy to the World, the Lord has come, or Jesus shall reign where the sun. This hymn took it a level further, and some hymnologists say it was actually the first hymn that was in the first person, When I Survey. But Watts was a brilliant poet, a brilliant academic. Until this First World War, Cambridge and Oxford still used Isaac Watts's books on logic as their standard textbooks. He was a man of extraordinary ability, but extraordinary passion, and struggled most of his life with heartbreak and disappointment, but was able to really pour that into the songs. His use of language in this song is important. Right out of the gate, when I survey the wondrous cross, he doesn't say when I see the cross, when I look at the cross. He says the word survey, which actually stops us in our tracks yet again and helps us change how we approach the song. The first line, the phrase, wondrous cross. We have that thing that in all forms of art, where we have this contradiction. I remember when we watched the movie The Passion, some of our group actually couldn't face watching it. We think of Deuteronomy, which says, cursed is the one who dies on a tree. And yet, Watts come up with this phrase for the first time in history, wondrous cross. Verse 3, he's going through a story and he just walks you out into a different form of poetry and says, see from his head, his hands, his feet. Different approach. Another thing which makes great hymns is they take the most beloved Bible passages and help us musicalize them so that we sing them and internalize them in a way that is even deeper. And so that wonderful passage in Galatians, God forbid that I should boast in anything but the cross of Christ. That takes us, in verse 2, perhaps the verse that I find the hardest to sing. And then verse 4, all the great hymns in history, in verse 4, take us to an awesome conclusion. Whether it is heaven or whether it is personal devotion, this hymn says, love so amazing, so divine, demands my soul, my life, my all. We hope you enjoy singing this hymn to whatever tune, whether it is the English, or the American, or the Celtic.